What's up guys, this is Steve Aoki. I'm finally releasing my album Wonderland, coming out on Dimac and Ultra Music. I named this album Wonderland because almost all of the production for this album was done here in my home studio on Wonderland Avenue in Hollywood. Most people know about my sound as being more electro-driven, definitely made more for the clubs. This album is more about the craftsmanship of each song. This song right here I wrote with Rivers Cuomo from Weezer. I grew up listening to Weezer. I've been a long time fan of Rivers Cuomo. Pinkerton to me is one of the top 10 albums ever in the history of music to me. So working with Rivers was totally an honor. I just was so happy to get him on a track. Especially, I've never heard him on a dance record. So to experiment on that level with a legend like Rivers was just incredible. This is, you know, some people need drugs, some people need alcohol. This is basically what I need right here. This is my recharge station. Just get from my good friend Boosted J. Thank you, Boosted. I was all different kinds of green tea home in LA before I get my mind all wrapped up. Okay, back to the studio. Skyping with Little John right now. He's in Munich, Germany, and
I'm eating German pizza. Pizza, bitch.
So yeah, we got our big record Emergency coming out on Wonderland, which is January 10th. We've been in the studio. John was just in that vocal booth doing Turbulence, Emergency. We're gonna drop the monsters on you. Ah!
Yes, it's coming. And I must admit, Emergency was one of the funnest videos I've done in my video career. Me and Steve Aoki and City Bang got to act like crazy ambulance guys.
We doused this, well, this guy was on fire. Like literally, he was really on fire.
Don't try this at home.
Yep.
I'll be right. Cut this off! Emergency! Emergency! Yeah! Emergency! Emergency! It's emergency! Yeah! Emergency! Emergency!
This is The Kids Will Have Their Say. This is my ode to Occupy Wall Street and really brings me back to my hardcore roots, my punk roots from my teenage days. Wrote this one with Sick Boy from Holland, the producer from Holland, and the guitarist from The Exploited, Big John, and the drummer from D. Krautzen, two really important punk bands of their time, and which is really exciting collaboration for me. As it goes, The Kids Will Have Their Say, featuring Big John from The Exploited, the drummer from D. Krautzen, and Sick Boy. This one, Cuddy the Kid. Alright, this one was very, very long process. I think I like did 4 different versions by the time, you know, I decided on the final mix of Cuddy the Kid. Started out like, first of all, I started out with, I was in Travis's studio, Travis Barker's studio, and he played me this Cuddy vocal that it was gonna be for his album, and told me I could fucks with it. So I took it and I just played around with it. First it was 4 on the floor dance record, and then I changed it. Then I decided not to do that. I changed it to a drum and bass tempo. Completely changed the song around, changed that around, and then decided on this more effective dubstep record. You know, with the big bass drop, and it's just kind of like booming. It's a booming dubstep record. So Travis laid down his drums and you know, finalized Cuddy's vocal, and Cuddy the Kid.
Can't stop, it don't stop, 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 can't stop, 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 it won't stop.
This is the one I did with LMFAO, Nervo. This is my take on pop music. You know, this album is very diverse. I'm really covering a lot of different bases of sounds, and you know, it makes sense to do this record with LMFAO and the Nervo girls. Fu is an amazing producer as well as a songwriter, and you know, we worked half of this on my studio here, and you know, his studio, which is not that far away from here. Living My Love with LMFAO.
When you stop killing our buzz, we'll party rock with you.
This album is really diverse for all my different productions that I worked on with all these different vocalists. Ooh featuring Rob Roy, Control Freak featuring Kay and Black Star, Heartbreaker. I did that with Love Fox from CSS. Come With Me, Dead Meat, one of my oldest tracks actually. I did that with Paulina, who also sang on Tornado, which is coming out on Dimag later this year. And Lottie Dottie with Winter Gordon.
A little bit of talk, a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of making out, and then we work it out. A little smoky smoke, tell me a dirty joke up on your roof, up on your...
This one right here is Steve Jobs. I wrote this one with Angger Dimas from Indonesia, and fucking great producer, by the way. Just awesome dude. So we wanted to write a song kind of inspired by, you know, those old Nintendo games and that have that 8-bit sound. So yeah, we wrote Steve Jobs, or you know, we had a lot of working titles for the name. And then I wanted to call it Steve Jobs because he died just in 2011, and he was revolutionary, and it's got that technology vibe to the song. There's no vocals. This is like your, you know, the proper club banger of the record. Now it's in your hands. Fucking can't believe it's done, and I'm finally giving it to you. I'll be embarking on the US tour for the next 2 months after that, so if you guys are in the US or Canada, come to my shows, deadmeattour.com.